This is section 10, letter F. There are 6 dreams about flooding. The first number in this segment is the number 1. This piece is called section 10, one flooding / volcano / ocean dream. In the month of January 29th, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that I stood in the middle of 2 black men. The black men and I were nearly immersed in water. The water almost came up to our necks. These 2 black men held a bottle of beer in their hands. It was daytime and the sky above me was slightly gray. I sensed no panic in the air. I only sensed no real fear in the air as well. I just sensed a feeling of acceptance all around me, as if the 2 men in my presence had accepted their fate, which might involve drowning to death. I seen the black man behind me preparing to drop his, I saw one black man behind me preparing to drop his empty bottle of beer in the water around him. And then I seen the other black guy in front of me throw his empty bottle of water into the water as well. These men around me were big and they were big and kind of like burly in their appearance. Also, these individuals were on long sleeve shirts or a thin jacket. Then the next thing I seen in this dream was a very tall volcano, which was upon a dark island, or was dark in the background. This volcano I seen in my dream was more like a snapshot of a volcano. This snapshot, I believe, of a volcano that just exploded. I seen still shots of lava flowing down the volcano side. I also seen still shots of lava that was exploded into the air by the volcano. There were also on the ground, and on the volcano lava was on the ground and in the sky around the volcano. And like I said, the background was very dark. Then I heard people behind me say, this volcano incident almost never happened. And then they next, I think, and then the next thing I seen in this dream was an ocean of water, more or less calmly floating around. And then I woke up from this dream, and I have a drawing, 3 drawings of this particular dream. Okay, the first drawing of this dream, as you see here, this person is me in the middle, and like I said, I stood in the middle of 2, kind of burly, heavy-set men, in my interpretation of what they looked like. And like I said, they had beer in their hand. This guy with beer there, and the guy threw his beer down. And like I said, the water almost came up to their neck, and I sensed no fear or panic, but the people, the 2 men, more or less accepted their fate, which I believe, like I said, may include drowning. And the second drawing, like I said, I believe this was a snapshot of a volcano. And this snapshot, I believe, was posted on TV news or on the internet. And this is what I see. Okay, the volcano, lava, snapshot of lava flowing down, and the background was very dark. Snapshot of the volcano spewing out this lava. And like I said, I heard people mention that this thing never really ever happened, talking about this particular volcano. And the last thing I seen inside this dream was I was watching a body of water. This moving back and forth. This body of water could be water that immersed itself over a city or a borough. Okay, the next number in this piece is the number 2. This piece is called section 10, 2 flooding dream, or S10 2FLD. in the month of April 9th, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that one of the first things I see in this dream was that I found myself inside a factory, I believe. And I was watching a heavy-set white man. He walked ahead of me, and he was bald on the top. And like I said, I felt as if I was in this factory, and I didn't feel comfortable inside this factory. So I exited the factory, and in front of the factory, outside, I seen white men on motorcycle bikes, and I didn't feel comfortable outside of the factory either. So the next thing I noticed about this dream that I found myself in the middle of a project complex, and I seen young black men in a park on my left, and they wore white tank tops or white t-shirts, and I noticed I was more or less in a playground of this project complex. And then I said to myself, wow, I jumped out of the pan into the fire. And I kind of sensed that if those young guys put their attention on me, it would have been a bad situation for me inside this project complex. So I decided to leave this area of the project complex. Next, I see myself inside a small store that sold clothing and fruits, and I see appeared to me foreign black people inside this small little store that was selling, like I said, fruits and clothing. And the foreign blacks, I believe, they looked West Indian to me. Then I seen a tall, I believe, white man walking around with a tall lamp in his arm. It had a bulb in it, and I think he was preparing to, take this lamp and plug it in somewhere on this floor of this store. And then after I took my eyes off the man with the lamp, I believe, the store owner. She was a female, a heavy-set white woman, going up some steps in the back part of the store. So I felt led to follow her. And so I go to the back part of the room, and I see some stairs, but I didn't see the heavy-set white lady that I interpreted as being the owner of this little small store. And but what I did see was a small chihuahua, a small female chihuahua going up the steps. And I found myself now in the room, I believe, of the daughter of the lady owner of the store. And this room was very bright, and it was very nice inside. And a girl voice told me that I could take as what I needed from this room. So I looked around, and I seen things that I felt I could use. So I took some pairs of socks and this and that. Then the young girl told me, well, not to take everything. So I put back half of the things that I was freely given. Then the next thing I noticed that I looked out the window, and I heard like maybe 100 people screaming. And I noticed that while I looked out the window, I see low-level homes, like one-story homes, like bungalows or whatever. And these homes were all in unison, collapsing all at once. And then the next thing I seen in the stream was that now I was facing one of the first floor homes, and this was a brick home. And then I noticed that this brick home was more or less by the beach, and it was the sky became kind of cloudy and somewhat dark. And I seen maybe 100 feet from this brick house that's in front of me, a one-story brick house that was in front of me, I seen a huge tidal wave of water coming over more or less a boardwalk in that area, and I seen lines of palm trees that was on the boardwalk. In the background of the palm trees was a huge tidal wave of water.